informative and contains my opinion and understanding of the subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Guys, I'm like Shell Bubby. Didn't mean to do that. How is everyone? I'm on my new computer, you guys. Look, I probably could use a little bit more light, but I feel like you could actually see me for once. So let's see who's here with us. We already have 10 people in here with us. So hi, everyone. I'm so excited. Let's see what we have so far. We already have people. All right, let's see. Yes, everyone, this is the deal. So tonight is a very special live for me. I am, let's see how many more I need. I am 6'6". That's it, only 6 subs away from getting to 4,000. So if we get to 4,000, I will, what's the word? Donate the 5 memberships. Why couldn't I get that out? Oh my gosh. But yeah, I definitely will do that. I'm so excited. Everything looks so much better on this computer. This is my very first time using it, so I'm really excited. Thank you again to everyone who helped me get this. I got a really good deal. Okay, let's see what we have. Have we learned anything about his childhood? Oh, don't I wish I knew his childhood. I would love it if someone here could help me with that to find out more about his childhood. I don't know that we know much. I know that his mom is very much in his life. And I know that his mom, even, right, she helps him. She helps him with a place to stay, right? So I don't know. I feel like, do we know, like, does he have siblings? Doesn't he have one sibling or something? Like a brother? I don't know why I'm thinking that. I feel like he has a brother. You guys let me know if he has a brother. Let's see, what else do we have here? Hello, TJ's mom. Sorry, TJ's mom. That's what I meant to say. Hello, TJ's mom. There's so many dark secrets, aren't there? Okay, let's see what else you guys are telling me over here, because this is for you, you guys. We need to come together and try to find these kids. And one of the things that hasn't, that we don't, not hasn't, I'm sure it has, but that we don't always get too much into is the psychology part, right? So I think it's really important to have a psychological viewpoint on the case so that we could better understand what may have happened to Jack and Lily. So let me see, because you guys know that I'm a nerd and that I put together something. I still want to see what you guys are saying. So I asked way back, why was it that Janie and DM and Justin live on the rundown property while Earl and her brother Ron on nicer properties on the same road? So that's a good question, you guys. I mean, I would assume that part of that would have to do with like what it is that you can afford. I do think it was very nice of her to give up her, because she was living in that home by herself. And then she gets another trailer that she puts outside the home and gives it up to Daniel, Malia, and the kids. So, I mean, that was very selfless, right? So, but I do think it's interesting though that she lives on the same property. And I believe she said, from what I remember, is that she goes somewhere with her brother every Saturday, is it? So she wasn't even normally on the property at that time, and she just happened to be because they didn't go that day. So, and again, if I'm misremembering anything, please let me know, and please add stuff that you guys want me to say, point out, look into. I'll do it. If there's a video I should watch, like, you know, and react to while everyone's here, I'll do that too. So please smash the like button if sure. Did Janie have to choose between her son and Earl? Did Janie have to choose between her son and Earl? That's a good question. Something about Janie having to live on the neglected property while surrounded by her ex and her siblings is not sitting right with me. Okay. This is the thing. So if it comes to, did she have to pick between her brother and Daniel? Well, she's still everything with Daniel, right? So if she did, then she clearly picked her son, and that's who I probably would pick too, right? Not probably, I would. So I could see why somebody would do that. I don't know though if you guys know more than that. And then let's see. Hi, TJ's mom. Think I said hi to you already. And then, okay, so Daniel and Malia lived together with Lily and Jack at the family home in Lansdowne Station, Nova Scotia. Janie, Daniel's mother, she lived in a trailer on the same property. Yes, absolutely. And with the new baby too. So the new baby lived there as well. Okay, so Earl and Janie Mackenzie separated oh, you guys, that's where that comes in. I didn't realize that was her maiden name. That's her maiden name, I'm assuming, because they separated years before the disappearance of Lily and Jack Sullivan, though the exact date isn't clearly documented. Okay, Janie and Daniel were not booted from Earl's place, but had already established their own living arrangement apart from him. Oh, there you go. So she leaves then, like the marital home, I'm assuming is what you mean there. The above is what I could find. It may not be all accurate, but it's a start. It is a start. It is so a start. Hi, look, a squirrel. Thank you for coming. Oh yeah, Thor's here. Where is he? Oh, he's right there. Thor's here. Of course you know he's here. Yeah, the picture is better, right? Yes, I'm bringing out the bangs tonight, Shelly. I am. Usually right after I get a shower, my bangs aren't like curling up on the side. So that's when I usually wear my bangs down. That's funny. All right. Good evening, Steph's Thoughts. Good evening, Kay. Thank you for coming. I'm glad that you finally caught alive. Oh, Addie's here. Addie, thank you for coming. Thank you. I appreciate it. Who else do we have? There's a lot of us here. Ginger Snap. Malingering, unspoken heart's illness. That's a good one. Explore card, joyous N. There's so many of us here, you guys. Tisa, hi Tisa. Tammy is here. You guys, thank you so much for coming. I can't even take it. We have a new member. What? Already? I'm dead. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to our family. We are a big dysfunctional family, but we put the fun in dysfunction. So welcome to our dysfunction. And we are so happy to have you. Okay. So yes, my baby, welcome to the family. Hi, Harlot. I knew you would be here. Here you go. You guys are the best. You guys really are the best. I can't even stand it. I heard that Janie inherited the trailer from her father when he passed away. Janie also has another place in town, according to the locals in chat. Really? I wonder if she had another place in town, why she would stay at the trailer. Does she not drive maybe? And this gives her access more to like her family? I don't know. That's just a question. I'm not sure. But if Janie did inherit the trailer from her father, then we're talking about like trying to put the family systems together. And this would be a big start, right? So if you think about it, if Janie's father lives there, I wonder how long ago did they have that property? Like, in other words, did the dad own that property and then Janie lived down, the road with her husband and kids? So I wonder how that happened. And then you could imagine that if something's inherited to you, that would make sense why she goes there when, she's trying to build somewhere for her and her kid and grandkids to live. Thank you for telling us that, Ginger Snap. Hi, Sassy Cat. How are you? Okay. Let's see. Army Vet, thank you for being here. Thank you for your service. Thank you for being brave so that we could be free. I genuinely appreciate you. And I'm hoping you guys, I'm going to keep checking tonight because if we get to, or when we get to, I should say, 4,000. We're at 3,996 subscribers. I need 4 more subscribers, and then I'll give away 5 memberships. But also, I would just like to be on the live with you guys tonight and meet my goal. And then that way I can make a new goal. That's how life works, right? Okay. Marlene Ringed, what did I say? I don't even know what I said, you guys, but thank you for correcting me because I don't know what I said, but I apologize. Well, I should fit in fine as my whole family is dysfunctional. Exactly. And my baby, like I said, we put the fun in dysfunction. Maybe she rents the other one out for income. That's so interesting, Kay. Thank you for saying that. That's actually a really good guess, right? Let's see. Yes, King. Thank you. Mackenzies have owned property in that area for years. It was passed down through generations, allegedly. That's interesting, right? And does anyone know if the ex-husband, like all the people that live close by, if they've always lived close by? Does anyone know? I think there is an uncle or a granduncle a few miles up the road related to Janie. Not real sure about family relationships, but the kids had visited there. Yes. Is this the brother, I think, that hi, Nora. Is this the brother that she usually goes into town with or something on Saturdays but didn't go that Saturday for whatever reason? I wonder. Okay, so what else do we have here? Oh, I don't know what I just did. So we have, did Janie live at this other property in town and pretend to be living at a rundown property on, what would be the advantage of that, you guys? Like, what would be the advantage of doing that? Does anyone know? I'm not sure. All right, let's see what else you're saying. We have, I don't know what I just said. We have, let's see, you guys, let's see. I swear to God, I swear, good questions. All of these are making me raise eyebrows. Exactly. Ron's the brother Janie goes into town with on Fridays. Thank you, Kay. This is why we're here, because I want you guys to teach me about this case. Although I'm really behind on the case because I didn't come into this case until much later, it's still, not that long ago that this happened. So, and I've probably been around now for maybe a month or 2 on the case. So did I miss the first 4 or 5 months? Absolutely. But in the grand scheme of things, I think it's important. I think it's an important case. I think these kids need justice. And I think that, no, shut up, cuff you. I have 4,000 subs, you guys. Thank you. Wait, it's on the 4,000. I'm like, oh my God, I'm dead. I have 4,000 subs. Thank you, cuff you, for telling me. I'm so excited, you guys. Okay, now let me go to YouTube because I definitely keep my word. Hold on one sec. Oh, wait, look at that. I have no idea how that happened. Okay, so I'm trying to get onto my thing right now so that I can gift 5 memberships. So let's see. Oh, I just saw that Zach was on. I wonder if he's still on. Zach, are you on still? Okay, now let me go here, and then it's going to go on for a second. There we go. I paused it so I could come down here. And let me, all right, here we go. I am going to membership. Make sure, you guys, I'm about to gift memberships. So make sure you unlock membership gifting by going to the chat on the right-hand side, there's like a little $ type thing. Click on that and then go to membership gifting and turn it on so that when we do gift memberships, you can get one. Okay, here we go, you guys. I'm about to gift a membership. Let's see. Wait, I need a drum roll. Drum roll, please. All right, here we go. That was so nerdy. All right, let's see who our newest members are, you guys. Our newest members, and welcome to our family. We have Kay. We have Joyous, Rachel, It's Freaking Bats, and Jessica. Welcome to our dysfunctional family. I'm so excited to have you here. Thank you guys so much. I'm so excited. I have like the biggest cheesy smile now. Okay, I'm still at 4,000. You guys try to get me over 4,000 because it's not abnormal for every now and then people will like drop off for whatever reason. So I don't want to hang up and get down to like 399 tonight and want to cry myself to sleep. So if you can, please subscribe to my channel. I work really hard to be here and I try to bring everybody together. So let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on in the comments, you guys. I'm so excited. Cuff, you've been a member for 5 months. Yes, look at you. Nice, Cuff you. And Harlot too. Harlot's been a member for 4 months. I'm so excited, you guys. You're so good to me. Thank you so very much. Okay, let's see what else we have in here. Does anyone have the link? Okay, so let's see the document we're talking about. Oh, let me go back a little bit because I must have missed something. Okay. All right, so Earl is Janie's ex, Ron is Janie's sibling, and Wayne is Janie's sibling, and they live up the road. Thank you, Explore Corps. Ron is Janie's brother. He lives pretty close to Earl. Ron is the brother who takes her to town on Fridays. So if he takes her to town on Fridays, that would be for one of two things, right? So either one, he takes her to town because she doesn't drive, or two, he takes her to town because she doesn't have a vehicle. Right? I mean, is that what you got to assume as well? That's what I'm thinking. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. All right, let's see. Oh, okay. So we have, yeah, I got to 4,000. I'm so excited. Okay, so the next thing we have here is, what case is this? Been researching a lot of missing kids cases. Army vet. This is the Jack and Lily Sullivan case, and you have to look it up because the stepdad, Daniel Martell, I don't know. We're like, again, I don't know that he's like guilty of anything, but I mean, anything nefarious as far as the kids not being able to be found. However, there is some like neglect going on there, in my opinion. So I just wonder how all of it ties together and how family systems tie together as well in this entire scenario. So let's see. If you want to know everything about the case, as my babies, Melissa American Justice has put a document together, and it is everything in it from radio dispatches and interviews. Really? Okay. Can you, I guess we could look that up. Can Cuff you, my girl, could you like take a mental note of that so that we can look that up later? I would love that. Thank you. Okay, so she's just a landlady and did not actually live there. So Explore Corps, are we talking about the one in town, the house in town? I wonder, I think we are. Oh, thank you guys for the 4,000 subs. I'm so happy to. I appreciate you guys. Does anyone have the link to the document? Okay, you got your hubby to subscribe. Oh, Explore. You're the best, you guys. This is what real community is, right? We all help each other. I am so appreciative. You have no idea. Thank you so much. You guys are great. The link can be found at It's a Crying Shame. Okay, crying shame. I don't know why I just said I know what it is. I watched that channel. I don't know why I just said that. To allow gifted memberships on a PC Android, just hit the super chat button, choose membership, hit the three dots in the top right of the window that opens, go to gift settings and flip the switch. Harlot, you're the best. Look at you. Because we don't know. There might be more gifted memberships this live. Who knows? So everybody should put that on its case. Okay, what else do we have here? Definitely smash that like button, you guys, and please, please, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. We have 60 of us watching right now, you guys. Okay, so the family tree is almost impossible to make. So we have, oh, I came up on your YouTube feed. Army Vet, I hope you subscribed and that you stick around, because I don't know if you know this, but I am a psychology professor, and one of the colleges that I work at is enrollment is heavy with vets. So I teach vets all the time, and we talk about vets on here, or look at squirrels on here. We talk about unfortunately, vets that take their lives when they come home. So we talk a lot about that on this channel. So hopefully you'll stick around. And you look like a pretty cool dude. Janie has complained that her vehicle needed repairs. This was before, oh, Dan crashed it. Do you guys remember that when he crashed that? So she does drive and she does have a car. But that was, oh, well, okay. So that, I think I remember when he crashed it. Wasn't there like, I feel like there was a spare or something, but I could be wrong. So thanks for being here, everyone. I am so appreciative of you. Explore Core says, Ginger Snap makes me wonder if Janie was on that property to help keep tabs on Malaya's movements. I say this because both trailers are in horrible shape and it looked like property neglect for 4 years. So Explore Core, not only that, but also I would say, we have to remember that if the house was neglected for like 4 years or so, I mean, was there neglect there with the children too? You know what I mean? So, and I know about the fence. Does anybody know how long Daniel and Malaya lived there with the kids? Because they were still working on the fence. And and again, I am not trying to judge here. I am by no means a perfect parent. I try to do the right thing and I try to do what I can as a mom. But I mean, I'm not saying that my kids wouldn't have been able to get out too. So I'm not like downing anybody for that. What I am asking is if we knew that the youngest kid, so that he got away often from, okay, so Cuff You just asked, so Cuff You, this is what I would say. So you guys, this is the deal. When it comes to my email, I don't have one yet for the channel. I just had my personal email. However, I do want you guys to like send me stuff so that I could click on it right now and go on it. So Cuff You, will you share it in the chat real quick? And then if any, I'll pull it up on the side. I'll look. If anybody emails me anything, I'll be able to see it. I'm going to pull it up on the side right now, and we'll see what happens. Okay. Oh, of course. I'm on my new computer, and it has Microsoft Edge instead of Chrome, but I just figured it out. We're good. We're good. I got it. So I have my email pulled up, and I will keep looking at it. So far, oh wait, I do see a true crime story, Jack and Lily. Oh, well. Shar from True Crime Story. I will definitely get back to you. I will definitely get back to you. So if you see this, or if anybody from there, from that channel, gets this, please know that I will get back to them right after the live. Why couldn't I get that out? That was like crazy. I was like, oh, I couldn't get that out. All right, let's see. Only mods can paste links in chat. So yes, so I asked Cuff you to do it. Cuff you's a mod. So let's see. Oh no, don't do that one, Cuff you. Definitely not that one. Hold on. Oh my God, that would have been my work when I would have died. Yeah, definitely not that one. I don't know. That's funny. I must really trust you, Cuff you, if I gave you that email. Here, I'm going to give you the one to give others. This is my personal email that I'm giving you. And then if you can put that in chat. Oh my God, I'm so glad you asked. I would have been like, oh, I don't know why, you guys, but apparently I gave Cuff you one of my university emails, and I would have cried if that like started getting, because I need that for school. But Cuff you could still email me on that. Just know that oh, you know the case Army vet? That I trust you. I don't know what Daniel married his school sweetheart and they had 2 children before they divorced. His ex looks like Malaya. Isn't that funny, Ginger, how we tend to have specific like types and stuff like that. I always thought that was funny. Okay, let's see. Oh, military intel, Army vet. One of my students is a vet, and he's also an Army vet, and he's also in intelligence. Isn't that a small world? He has some crazy stories. So let's see. Did Cuff you put it in there? I think so. And then I will look. For the record, oh yeah, oh look, a squirrel. I know that. I know that you're a huge vet advocate. So a friend of Malaya introduced them. Oh my God, actually Janie had gotten a new vehicle. It's the one Daniel rolled. They divorced because he cheated on her with Malaya. You guys, can someone please tell me what the allure is with Daniel? Like why, what is it? I don't get it. So he cheated with Malaya. And then when he has this girlfriend that he had after this, didn't he like cheat with her or something? This is the thing, you guys. You lose them how you get them, right? So if somebody's cheating, actively cheating, right, and you're the person they're cheating with, I promise you when they leave, if they ever leave the other person, because a lot of times they don't even leave the other person, but if they do, in a few years, you're going to be the person that they cheat on with someone else. So I don't understand why people don't see that. It's kind of like when you have friends that talk about everyone when they leave the room. It always blew my mind why people weren't like, what do they say about me? I don't know. So just, remember that people treat you that same way. Okay, so let's see. They divorced because he cheated. Yep. So then we have, I believe they lived in the trailer for approximately 2 years. Thank you for telling me that. Janie did do some property refreshing up before this CBC interview. She painted the barn, junk hauled away, etc. Which, Kay, doesn't that go to show you, like, why wasn't that done before? You know what I mean? Because if she was able to get it done that quickly in order to go on CBC interview, then why not be able to do that sooner? I don't know. Like that would mean that it wasn't like the money if she was just able to do it. Let's see. Well, Explorer Core just joined our server on Discord. You guys, we have an amazing Discord. If anyone's interested, Cuff you, put it in there. Please, please, please feel free. All right, let's see. Okay, so my email, look at you, Harlot. Harlot has my email up there. So let me go to my email and just check real quick. Let me refresh it and see if anybody sent me anything. I don't see anything, you guys. Here, let me refresh it one more time. I don't see anything yet. So if you guys have anything for me that you would like me to look into, please, please, please send me something. If not, I did look up other stuff. So I do have other stuff too. I'm just trying to get through the comments. Janie had just returned to the trailer because the weather was warming up. I heard Justin. Oh, I love Justin. Stay in. Oh, well, wait, you guys. She said, I heard Justin stayed in the trailer. I saw the name Justin and thought of Clutch Them Pearls. I love him. So I just, that's funny. So let me redact that real quick. Justin, I still love you, but that's not who she was talking about here. I heard Justin stayed in the trailer. At least I hope you didn't, right? At times as well when he had arguments with his wife. Ooh, the locals do love to chat anywhere, no matter where you go. It doesn't even matter what country you're in. I feel like that's like a universal social behavior, right? People love to chat. Okay, let's see. What else do we have in here? There's like 100 people in the town, so lack of options. Oh, that's a good point. Oh, that's a good point for like why the girls are into him. And I'm assuming now that he's online more that he gets more people than ever, right? Online as well. I'm not sure though. Again, I know I say this every time I'm on, not that I've been on a lot speaking about him, but every time I do come on, I make sure that I give a public service announcement. Ladies, don't do it. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. So, so let's start back at the beginning, you guys. Ready? So on May 2nd, 2025 in rural Pictou County, Nova Scotia. Oh my gosh, why am I having a hard time with that? You guys are 75 people in here. Please subscribe and like, you guys. I would really appreciate it. And share with your moms, your grandmoms, your siblings, all the people. Daniel Martell and his partner, the children's mother, right? So we know Malaya, say they were in the bedroom feeding their infant when Lily and Jack disappeared. So this is the thing. When I looked up the information for this live, that was the information that I was able to find. But then I watched an interview with Daniel where he says that he was in and out of sleeping, but that he wasn't in a deep sleep. And then he says, but then I woke up and I'm like, wait a minute, if you weren't sleeping, what did you wake up from? Did anybody see that? Do you guys know I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm like, what is up with that? I've learned more gossip here in 10 minutes than in 7 months on YouTube. That is a riot. Daniel's girlfriend was married. Yes. Can you believe that? Malaya got text messages about Daniel cheating on her as well. See, you guys, like it. I don't understand it. It's just not that I do understand it, but yeah, I don't know. So I want to see what you guys say about Daniel and his gold chain must have mystical charming qualities. That's funny. That is it, right? It's a gold chain. It's probably going on a roll. I'm not sure though. When the kids first met, I'm just joking. When the kids first went missing, Malaya told Belinda that Justin lived in the RV with Janie, but Janie denied that later on Facebook. So can you guys give me, can someone give me an update on Justin? Is that the other son? He did have a girlfriend recently, but she seemed to just be getting the inside story on him. Shelly, I agree with you. She's the one that they broke up, and then I think she like goes away to the hospital for a little bit. But then I hear they get back together. I'm like, what? Okay, let's see. Yes, there it is. So yes, Joy. So let me ask you a question. So now I'm at the bottom. So again, you guys tell me, were they in the room feeding the baby when this happened, or was he somewhat asleep when I'm just confused about that. But then I also found that at 9:57 a.m., Justin's the older brother. He's married with children and lives close by. Thank you. He did live on the property. So why was DM so prickly about me asking if this was the case? Oh, I didn't know that. He was prickly about you asking him? Well, Explorer Core, are you a female, let me ask? Because if you are, then that's probably why he was prickly. Let me be honest. I feel like there's something with females. But let me know. They made no comment about feeding Meadow. Okay, cool. Not cool, but I mean, okay, cool in that because I was like, how could there be two stories? So then I have at 9:57 a.m., the 911 call goes out, and what follows becomes one of the most intense missing child searches in Canadian history, in my opinion, for as of right now. Explorer Core D must have a lot on his mind and totally distracted, in my opinion, or just don't care about anything. Oh, okay. And then Cuff U says he wasn't on property. Justin hasn't been part of the witness accounts, like Janie hearing the kids outside or the custody living arrangement disputes. And then we have, I need to get more info about this case and these people. Me too, Steph. Me too. Daniel and Malaya said the baby awoke and they put her back to sleep in bed with them. Ginger snap. I didn't know that, but let me tell you guys something. Don't ever do that. Don't ever put the baby in there. Baby, and again, I'm not trying to sound like a teacher, but I'm a teacher, so it's hard for me not to. Don't ever, whatever you do that, because what happens is the baby lacks fine motor coordination at that time. So if you roll over on them, they can't like pinch you and be like, get off of me, asshole, like move, roll over. They can't do that. So, you know what I mean? And if they roll over, we have such like fluffy bedding in our country that, well, here in the United States and all around the world, there's a lot of fluffy bedding. And if that bedding goes over the kid's face and obstructs their breathing, I don't know, it's just way too risky. I heard Justin lived there in the beginning, but then everyone was saying that wasn't true. So you guys, I have a question. Why? And now I want to know, like, did Justin live there, and why are they afraid to say that? You know what I mean? Oh, Daniel has a brother named Justin, so it is the brother. Why would they deny him staying there? I don't know. Do you guys know? Bing bong. I need to get bing bong as one of my things here. I love that one. Exactly. You guys. I don't know about that one. What do you guys think about that? That just sounds a little bit like, I don't know. That sounds a little like an explosion. I'm playing with the media assets on the side. I have ADHD so bad, you guys. Baby Meadow just turned 2. Really? Happy birthday, Baby Meadow. You know what breaks my heart? This is the thing. If they are not guilty of anything, it breaks my heart that they've lost now, or especially the mom, that she's now lost 3 children, right? Because she loses her 2 other, her biological children, and then this child. And then Daniel, on the other hand, he loses his 2 stepchildren and that child as well. My thing is this: if they're not guilty, I feel that there's a disservice that kid should be with them or with the mother or something. So I wonder, does anyone know why they don't have the kid back? Mario, this is the thing. We have to be careful because we don't really know. Like, we don't have like concrete evidence to say anything either way at this point, which is why I think there's so many of us that are so interested in finding justice with this case, right? Because if there's things that don't make sense. So now that we're talking about it, right? You said because so I'm wondering why the CPS open case from December is why they aren't getting Meadow back. So would that be the case, right? That happens before the kids go missing. And if so, does anybody know what that case was about? Is that about wasn't there a time where there was a kid with a black eye? Can you guys tell me about the black eyes? Because the black eyes, to me, as a therapist, is very, 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 that's a huge red flag for me. I don't know about you, and I would like to know in the chat, How many of you, I don't know how old you are, and you don't have to tell us, but I'm 47. I know, I don't look it. No, I'm just joking. I'm literally just joking. But how many of you in chat have ever had a black eye? Both kids have had several black eyes. Casey, or Cassie, I don't know why I just said Casey. Cassie, what in the hell? Have you ever had a black eye? I think it's the neglect and abuse. Little mama, I do too. Noro. On call to around 6:24 a.m., then totally denied, only mentioned 4:48 a.m. I have to look into that more. I don't know exactly what that said. So, oh boy, there were several black eyes with the children, plus not enough warm clothing. So we got nope, never had one. Okay, so Cassie's the baby over here. Cassie's only 35, and she's never had a black eye. So, and for all of us that have children, how many of your children have had black eyes? And this is the thing. I was a competitive cheerleader. I've had a black eye before, but I've never had a black eye as a little kid and multiple times. Like that is just not, that's not very common, if you will. And if my kid had a black eye, I would like be devastated. This is the thing, right? Because somebody's going to watch this and be like, oh, kids get black eyes and da 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 da. And oh, you have a 17-year-old, Cassie, so do I. Oh, look at that. We have a 42-year-old with 4 kids. Little mama over there. What are you thinking? My mom had 4 kids too. And I have 2 girls. And I was like, oh my God. I couldn't do anymore. So God bless you for having 4. My son's 3 and ran into a closet doorknob running down the hall. I was scared to send him to school. K, ding, K. I need the bing bong because if we had the bing bong, that would have been the time for that. So let's see what gong sounds like. I don't really like gong. Anyway, you get the point. Good job on that one because that's the thing, right? So Kay tells us, and thank you for sharing with us, that her 3-year-old ran into a doorknob and got a black eye, and she was afraid to send him to school, which is exactly the way that I would probably react. I would be so afraid that people were going to, ask like, what the hell happened? Da, 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 da. Where was I? Why didn't I see it? And the truth is, kids once in a while get a black eye, but it is not common for both kids to have black eyes multiple times at their age, in my opinion. Oh, Ginger's son's completely blind and has never had a black eye. Okay. A goose eye on his forehead once. Yep. The gong. I tried. The gong needs to be done with that. No more gong for us. But yeah, you guys. So I want to know. Okay, so Cuff you were the flyer. He threw the flyer around. I was really good too. It seems like automatically assumed it's abuse. Yes. So in today's day and age, you're right. Most people do assume it's abuse. Even if we see bruises on arms and legs, and kids do get bruises. So I'm not saying that kids don't get bruises, but you're more likely to see a bruise on a knee, on elbows with scratches, stuff like that. Or like even, there's probably some of us right now that, somebody right now that has a bruise on their leg or arm that has no idea where it came from. So I'm not saying that bruises are altogether rare. However, black eyes, I don't know. Daniel said to DT that Lily and Jack were violent with each other. What? Weren't they like, how old were they? Weren't they like 3 and 5 or something? What? Oh, wow. So the only reason, there you go. That's what I was just going to say. I was just going to say, why would someone say that? 4 and 6. Thank you. Why would someone say that, right? It's like, oh my gosh. And we have so many people saying, yes, he did. The only reason someone would say that is projection, in my opinion. Why? I don't know. You know what else he said that I didn't like? He does an interview where he says that he says, I forget his exact words, so don't quote me on the exact words. I'm trying really hard. But he says something along the lines of something about his biological children. So like he says something, or he says, and I think he says something like in her children, or like, or her kids, or my kids, something like that, to where he like separated the kids. And I don't know that he meant to do it, but subconsciously he does. And I think that that's important because he is their biggest, advocate out there. And again, I'm not saying that, whatever, I'm just saying that as of right now, without him being out there so much, let's say he never did an interview, I don't know that there would be so much, there would be so many people that would have stayed with the case. I hope they would have, right? But I don't know. I think it's the fact that he keeps coming out and talking that gives all of us new content to be like, what's happening? You know what I mean? So I do think that that's important too. Ginger, this is a great, Ginger says he also said that they were like best friends in the interview. So I guess that's my thing too. Like, how many inconsistencies do we have? And my thing is, Daniel, if you're listening and you're innocent, you're making yourself look so bad by having these inconsistencies. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. And I'm not, and Cuff You says, Cuff You gets like passionate about this, and I don't blame you. Cuff You says, in my opinion, DM is a liar. And this is the thing. He's cheated and stuff like that, and he's lied about that. So like, I get that. I know that is a strong opinion. It's really not a strong opinion. I don't think saying that he lies is a strong opinion. Since Dr. V has gotten on the subject, I've done a lot of reading and watching about it, and DM just has so many tells. And Cuff You, I got to be honest with you, I actually agree with you on that. You know what I mean? And then Explorer Core says, DM also made sure to tell everyone that Lily had fresh black eye from just before she went missing. And in my opinion, Explorer Core, I'm rereading this because that is, oh my God. I am like almost speechless. Like, I can't even get my words together. So he told everyone she had a black eye when she went missing. I knew that there was reports of black eyes. I did not know that there was a report of a black eye when they went missing. So if that's the case, if I heard you correct, Explorer Core, then absolutely 100%, in my opinion as well, in my academic experience, would say that if that's the case, then absolutely he would have said that, in my opinion, just in case, like you said, they were found, that way they couldn't explain away with that. Oh, that's terrible. Noro says, was the kid sleeping in bedrooms topic of, I think you mean Dr. Vona? I don't know. It sounds so weird when you talk about yourself in the third person, doesn't it? I wasn't trying to do that. I was just reading the comment. Jack and Lily have their bedroom and my kids have their own bedroom. Okay, so I don't know if what you're saying exactly, but I think what you're saying is about the sleeping arrangements. They lived in, we have 90 people in here, you guys. Please make sure you hit that like button, share, and subscribe. I am so appreciative. You have no idea. So back to this real quick. Let's talk about the sleeping arrangements. We know that they said that the baby was sleeping in the room with them. And then there's two other bedrooms, right? So we have the one bedroom for his biological children, and then the other bedroom for Jack and Lily. Were his other two children, are they both females? I believe they are, right? I don't know if the right, in my opinion, as the kids get older, they would have eventually had to figure something out. And again, I understand there's going to be people in here that are upset, that are going to say about, low income and everything. I grew up in a row home. I get it. We had 3 bedrooms and 4 kids and my 2 parents, that we all had to figure that out too. So I do get that people have to share rooms. But the thing is, me and my sisters always shared the rooms. My brother got his own room because he was the boy. So I'm wondering what you guys think about that. Because again, I'm not saying there's anything terribly wrong with that. They're very little at this point. So I don't really think that it's going to play as much of a role. You can open that. You don't have to be so quiet. My daughter's like over here trying to like be real quiet, trying to get batteries. I'm like, what is she doing? But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know about the rooms. I don't know what you guys would think, but I would think that as they got older, that would be a problem. I don't know if it was a problem yet, but Daniel, I did see on an interview, says that, oh, there goes my girl. There goes my girlfriend. Truth, I didn't know what happened to you. I was going to start stalking you. No, I'm just kidding, you guys. I don't stalk people. I meant in a good way. Jack and Lily case. So does anybody think that any of the evidence was planted, or does anyone think that the evidence, let's talk about the shoe prints and the blanket. What are your opinions about the shoe prints in the blanket and or the black eyes that you guys have been telling me about? Again, I had no idea that these black eyes were there when they went missing. That is a huge red flag to me. Huge red flag. So let me see what you guys are saying over here. Was the kid sleeping? Oh, we said that one, sorry. The latest girlfriend, Jordan, showed a text that said his bio kids told the authorities that Daniel abused Jack and Lily. I can't remember if DT showed it on Facebook, but I saw it. Anyone remember? So, Kay, I do remember. And I believe I was on his live on Facebook with that. I mean, not Facebook, with YouTube on that one. He might have shared it on Facebook too, but on YouTube, I believe I was a co-host on the live that night because I too did see that. And didn't they also say that the kids said that he was abusive? Oh, that's not what I meant. What I meant to say is, I said that wrong because I just was rereading what you said. What I meant to say was, didn't Daniel tell us about that, right? So not just the kids, but I believe that when I was on the Drunk Turkey show live, that what we were talking about is that Daniel himself tells DT that his kids told the investigators about abuse with Jack and Lily. So let me know if I heard that wrong, but that's what I remember. Wow, yes, the day before the kids went missing, Lily had a black eye, per Daniel. Oh, really? And this is the thing, you guys, that's not the first one. I think that's what's not sitting with me. And I feel like it's just like, oh, well, they had a black eye. Like, move on, next. 100 people in here, please subscribe and like, you guys. I need to get to my 4,000, which I think I did. I think I have 4,000 subs. I have 4,004 subs. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Let's get me to 5,000. Let's just keep going. Okay, let's see. So DT showed it. That's right. I do remember that. Do you think they were running away or just an adventure that went bad? Now, Shelly, you make a great point, and we do have to leave room for that, you guys. So I think that's the one thing about me. My best and worst quality is that I play devil's advocate for people. So I take on like other people's viewpoints just to see, right? So one of the things that I try to do here is to look at both ways. And when I got introduced to the case, it was through DT, who I appreciate so very much. And I heard a lot of like his side of the story, which is he read me a lot of documentation, stuff like that. So it was all legit stuff that he was reading me. My question is, I don't know how this works in Canada, but I know in Philly, right? I don't even know how it works all in the United States, but in Philly, you can lie and say whatever you want to the public, right? So wait, what's happening right now? Joyous gifted 10 mother effing memberships. I am dead right now. Let me see if I can find them. Joyce, I really want to cry. I don't even know how to react to that. Oh my God, cuff you. Don't tell her not to make me cry. Oh, joyous. I'm so joyous. I'm trying to see where our 10 newest members are because I want to read them off. but I don't know if I got them. Hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick. Usually it says it, and since there's 10 of them, you would think that it was nice and big. I'm not exactly sure so far who got those 10 memberships, but I beg you guys to please, if you were one of the people that got the membership from Joyous, please, please, please go thank Joyous. This is right down. This is me. Ready? That's my heart. My heart actually might be bouncing even like stronger than that. I'm not even lying. My heart right now is like, and there's no one here to give me like, I almost said mouth to mouth, like as if we do that anymore. I almost said there's no one here to give me mouth to mouth. Oh, let's see what this sounds like. Not what I thought it was going to sound like. Forget that one. That one's dead too. Joyous, I appreciate you so very much. And I'm literally like at a loss for words. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank all of you. Oh my God. I feel so blessed. I can't even articulate. And I am a good writer and I can't even articulate right now how much this stuff means to me, you guys. One thing that anybody that knows me can tell you is that I am passionate and appreciative. They're like two of the descriptive things that you could say about me. And I literally feel like my breath just got taken away. Okay, back to this. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Joyce. Okay, so let's see. DM said Lily got a black eye from Patty's house on Wednesday from a Tonka truck. Okay, so since we're speaking about a Tonka truck, story time. My daughter Gianna, when she was little, her and her favorite cousin Bryan, they're 2 weeks apart. They literally they're like twins. They like grew up so close. They're still so close. They're so close. So I'm not talking shit on my nephew. However, let's rewind back to when they were like 1 year old, and he picked up his Tonka truck and smashed it in her face, like, and we were like, no, and like we jumped up and grabbed it right out of his hand. So, but he got her a good like 1 or 2 times in the face before we were able to get it. Luckily, she didn't get hurt. Like there was no physical markings. So I guess my point is, I'm not saying that this is a lie, but what I'm saying is, how hard did you get hit in the face with a Tonka truck that you got a black eye? I don't know. Crazy, right? No bio kids are 1 boy and 1 girl. Get out of town. Are you serious, Kay? So he has 2 boys and 2 girls. Why in God's name would you not put them separate? I understand that he said that when the bio kids came that they like to stay together, but there's another way you could do that. Get a trundle bed, do something, but I don't know. Let them sleep out on the couch. I cannot believe that he has a boy and a girl and then another boy and girl. That drives me crazy. You really need to see the document that American Justice put together, 1000%. I don't know. Let me go back to my inbox and see if anybody sent me anything. Let's see, you guys. No, I still don't have anything. So I don't know if anybody has anything that they want to share with me. I mean, I can go over and we have other stuff we can look at. So then I also get here from Little Mama. His kids only went 2 times a month. Oh my God, Little Mama. That is such a good point, you guys. So people usually have the kids not people, but it's not uncommon is what I should have said. It's not uncommon for people to have visitation rights every other weekend type thing. With that being said, if the kids only come 2 times a month, why would you keep 1 bedroom open half time when you have 5 children? You know what I mean? Like that annoys me a little bit. Okay, so Oh Look a Squirrel says, where I live, the laws say no opposite sex sharing after a certain age. And when you rent, every human has to have their own room except couples. Are you serious? I didn't know that. Every human? Oh, good luck in Philadelphia. We stack like 2 bunk beds in one room. We all do the math, right? And sometimes there might be more than one kid on one of the bunks. I don't know. But the opposite sex thing, I definitely, I didn't know if there was a law or anything, but we'll see. Just my opinion, says Ginger Snap, but I think Malaya and her children were seen as outsiders due to their genealogy. So remind me, she was from a tribe, like, oh yes, because he thinks that she takes the kids to a tribe, and stuff like that. So you think that she was like ostracized because of that? That's a possibility. We see it happening all the time, right? Where I live, we have so much diversity that we don't see that as much. However, I try to remember that there's so many places in this world that you could go that it's still seen as abnormal to intermingle races. My brother is married to an African. My sister-in-law is African. I should have just said that. She's the most incredible woman. She is hands down she's like a role model to me, even though she's a little bit younger, but she's like a role model to me because as an immigrant, one thing I noticed is that immigrants are some of the hardest workers I've ever met. And I think a big part of it is, and well, from her at least, she said that she was in Africa growing up and they would America was the goal. And she said that it was if you make it there, you better get your shit together and do what you got to do to make it because you were chosen to have that privilege to go there. And I was like, wow, I wish Americans, I wish we all woke up like that. You know what I mean? And I think sometimes we take it, and I don't know if Army vet's still in here, but I'm sure Army vet can attest to this. A lot of my students that are veterans say that there's a lot of complacency here. So they'll come home from, this being in fight or flight for 8-9 months. And then they come home and we're like, oh, just go sit on the couch. I'll make you a sandwich. And we're like, wait, what? So they're constantly on fight or flight for this long period of time. So to think that they could just come out of that is crazy. But I bet looking at other people or observing your surroundings, which is something you would do, right? I bet that could get annoying to see how many of us just take it for granted that we wake up with these freedoms. That's just my opinion. So as they get older, they need separate rooms. I agree. I think the boot prints are old, says Little Mama. Okay. And the thing is with the boot prints, I think that at first I was told that there was a couple boot prints. And I remember when I was on DT show the first time when we first started, when he introduced me to this case. And I remember I said to him, when he said about the boot prints being found, I literally said, what direction were they in? And I won't forget it because usually Daniel's the one that comes up with the good investigative stuff. And he was like, that's a great question. And I know that has now, we're looking at that, what direction did they go in? But my thing is, they said that there's a cluster of boot prints and that there's 2 sets of boot prints. And cluster to me means more than one, right? And apparently they supposedly match the sizes and one of the types of boots for Jack and Lily. So what do you guys think about that? Oh, Joyous. So Truth, if you're listening, Joyous says that she thinks that the pink blanket was planted. And oh, Just the Fact says both planet. Okay. And again, I don't know that any of us really know 100% of anything yet. But this is interesting. And I welcome all views because I don't claim to know, the answers either. So I think we need to all put our heads together so that we could try and figure some of this out. They were of age to share a bedroom, but they should have been looking for a 3-bedroom in the next year or so. Thank you, Shelley. I appreciate you telling us that. Because again, I also, you guys, I don't want to point fingers at anyone either. I just want to call out what I see. And I'm going to do that. And unfortunately, not everybody's going to like that. And that's okay. That's okay. But that's just who I am. So Ginger says, I want to know how the blanket went from hanging on the railing to hanging on a tree, according to an eyewitness. Could that have been wind? Again, I don't know, but could that have like been blown by the wind or something maybe? My thing with the blanket, more so than it going from the railing to the tree, is the fact that Daniel says that he went back to the trash bag and that it looked like somebody stuck a hand in and pulled it out. That was a little bit red flaggish to me, only because if somebody found something that belonged to my children, I mean, touch wood, I hope nobody's ever in this situation, but I would assume that if someone did, the first place I would look for the rest of the blanket wouldn't be in the trash. And I would have assumed that they had the whole blanket, not a piece. Like, it would have never occurred to me that, like, even if the police said we found a piece of a blanket, I would assume that the rest of the blanket was out there somewhere and that they found a piece of it. How did you guys take that? Because he says he then goes back and he looks in the trash and he said, I think I heard this part on the video. He says, I knew exactly where it was and I went back, and he said that they had one trash bag because DT asked him about it and said, how many trash bags did you have? And he said it was one like giant bag as opposed to a bunch of smaller bags. And he said that he walked right back to it and looked, and that there was a hole where it looks like somebody stuck their hand in and grabbed the blanket. That never sat with me well. Anybody else? I was like, what? And the thing is that he finds the other piece of the blanket in there. So my thing is, how did you know that the other piece of the blanket was in there? But then his answer to that is that it was cold and they were using the blanket for like moisture or something. This is the thing. It's a little pink blanket and there's little girls there. I have two girls. They're 22 and 17. And at this age, if I tried to get an old blanket of theirs and put it out for like moisture, they would go get my pillowcases and throw them outside in the mud. Like, I'm joking at her. But the point is that I would never grab a pink blanket of my children, even if it's an old blanket. I don't know about you. And again, I know that, this might just be a my kid thing, but does anybody else have kids out there where I don't care how old the blanket is? You wouldn't really use it, like at least not the little girl's blanket, for anything that's like, I don't know, like you wouldn't rip it up and use part of it for something. Like, I feel like this is the thing. Little kids, especially at their age, they have what we call animism. And animism is the reason that they believe in inanimate objects, such as the guy that's coming at the end of the month. I just don't want to say, just in case anybody's got little ones around. But it's also the reason that they believe in, think of a little girl who has a baby doll and the brother walks over or someone else walks over and slaps the baby doll out of their hand and the baby doll falls to the ground. What does the little girl do? She picks up the baby doll. She's hysterical crying, runs to mom or dad and is like, so-and-so just knocked my baby down. My baby's hurt. And like, gets so upset because now it hurt the baby's feelings and the baby's hurt and da-da-da-da. The kid at that age doesn't understand. They have a lack of brain development. They don't understand that that doll is not real in the sense of it doesn't have real emotions like you or I have. So, and if you try to rationalize that to a kid that's in a state of animism, and again, this is just due to lack of brain development. So these are all kids. It doesn't matter how smart you are. All kids within a certain age range, so up to about age 6 or 7, which it seems like, we were getting close. But even at 6 and 7, there's many kids that still believe in, you know what I mean? So even kids that we tell that there's like fake things online, like Slender Man, which we'll have to get into that story one day, with the girls that stab their best friend 19 times to go and live with Slender Man in Slender Mansion forever. So, and the girl just escaped, one of the girls that did it. It was like Anissa and I can't think of the other one's name off the top of my head. But anyway, those kids were like in the 6th grade and they believed that Slender Man was real. And the thing is, now you could say that one of them had undiagnosed paranoid schizophrenia and that she was having hallucinations and delusions that made her believe that Slender Man was real. And you could also say that the other girl had undiagnosed delusional disorder or psychosis, where she has a psychotic episode in addition to other things. So, for example, I think I've heard them say schizoaffective disorder for her. A lot of people don't know the difference between schizophrenia and schizoaffective disorder. Schizophrenia often has the presence of hallucinations and delusions. Schizoaffective disorder is different than schizophrenia in that it is a diagnosis when somebody has psychosis and mood disorder together. So that's what we consider schizoaffective disorder, and both are very different from schizoid personality disorder, which I saw in partially in BK, Bryan Kohberger. So let's see what else you guys are saying here. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have here? I agree that DM's extended family felt that way, not necessarily DM though. That was a minute ago. I'm not exactly sure what that was too. Oh yeah, I did cry last night too. I get like so emotional, you guys. I literally like, I don't know. I wasn't handed everything in life. So when I get something, it means a lot to me and I do everything I can to hold on to it. Because I take great pride and responsibility in knowing that somebody's entrusting me with this stuff, and I don't want to cry, so let's move on. What the frig is wrong with me? You guys, am I going through menopause? Like, what's happening? I don't understand. All right, let's see. Shar from True Crime Story Podcast is in chat. Shar, what's up, Shar? Shar, I just saw that you emailed me, so get in touch with me and let's talk. Okay? Email me again. This is the thing, Shar. I have like 55 email addresses because I have like 55 jobs. So I want to make sure that I get your email. So if you can, send me an email again real quick and give me, or maybe I could just write you back and give you a better way or a way to contact me quicker. And this is the thing. I know that I risk you guys. I know that I don't know everyone and I entrust sometimes too much, but I'm like, what am I giving away? My phone number? I know that sounds crazy. And some of you are like, yeah, like, but I've been teaching for 22 years and I've been putting my phone number on the syllabus for 22 years. And students text me all the time. Everybody knows if you ever want to get in touch with me though, don't ever call my phone. I'm not going to answer. It's just not happening. My students, it's like a boundary I have with them too. So I just made it a boundary in my life altogether. I'm like, if you call, if you have like something you have to tell me, leave me a voice text. I'll still get it and write back. And I'm in class so much that I don't always get calls when people call. So it's better to text me. But, nobody's ever abused it where I've had to like change my phone number. So hopefully will be good. And sure, I'm not saying that with you. I'm saying that I know in my head that there's somebody out there listening to me right now that's like, bitch, you're crazy. You're giving, like you just said that you'll give your, but it is what it is. I gotta live. We'll see what happens. Someday if I give my number to the wrong person, and I'm sure I will, I'll deal with it then. Yes, I am having fun with the soundboard, except for it doesn't have the best sounds. I need to make my own. Addie says Shar is the expert. Well, Shar, where the F are you, Shar? Are you still in chat? Why don't you come up here and teach me? You don't have to put your camera on. Where are you, Shar? Maybe a mod can post it in here for you. Oh, yeah. So, okay, Gina, real quick. Hi, Gina. Gina says, I thought he said he has 2 other children and that the trailer is 3 bedrooms. It is. So he has 2 biological, well, he has 3 biological because they share a baby. But so there's 3 biological children and then the 2 stepchildren. The baby slept in the room with them, I believe. And then he has the 2 biological children, one a boy, one a girl. He gets every other weekend. And then Malay has 2 children, Jack and Lily. And what we're saying is, would it have been more appropriate for to have 1 boy room, 1 girl room, especially being that the other kids only came every other weekend. So yeah, my mind could understand why the boys and girls didn't have different rooms. Guess what, Ginger? That's why I said, oh, you said could not understand. It's weird. I was going to say, because even if somebody out there does understand why they have the same bedroom right now, I think a big thing is that they're still very young. And I'm not judging. I'm just asking if anybody else, thinks that that was abnormal or not. Okay, let's see. What else do we have here? Lily and Jack's bedroom was divided in the middle. That's actually interesting, and thank you for telling me that. Debbie, and welcome, Debbie, but thank you for telling us that, because I do think that that's important, right? To have your own little space, even if it isn't by a divider. So I do think that makes it a little bit better in my thought process. Rachel says, I agree. Why didn't they have a room? Then the kids share it. It's only 4 days a month, right? I agree. Smash that like button, you guys. We have over 100 people in here, and I am hoping to make it to the next 1,000 subscribers. Tonight, live, I made it to 4,000, and I cried. So I'm so happy, and I just ask that everybody just share this and like and subscribe. Why couldn't Jack and Lily have had their own room and then shared when there you go, ding dong. This is probably why you have 55 kids. I'm just kidding. You have 4 kids, which to me equals 55. Why couldn't Jack and Lily have their own room and then share when the other kids came? I don't know why I didn't think of this, but this is why I think it's important, you guys, for us to have these lives and to talk about these things, because even with all the degrees I have, and I've been teaching child development and developmental psych amongst many other courses for 22 years, and there's 3 semesters a year. So we're talking 60, oh God, what a number, 66 times or whatever, and counting. So actually it would be almost 70 because we're done fall. My point being is that even with all of that and all the reading I do and stuff, it didn't even occur to me what you just said. So this is why it's important that we all put our brains together so that we can think of some of these things. Like, wouldn't that have been the right thing then? And then have like a little sleepover type thing, or even put one of the 2 in the room with you and have like a sleepover type thing 4 nights a month. I don't know. I would have. I still haven't ruled out that someone. Oh, wait, hold on. All right. So we have Rachel says, I still haven't ruled out that someone's hiding the kids. This is the thing, Rachel. Let me tell you. Again, just from my profession and stuff, people are horrible at keeping secrets. Not everyone, but many people are horrible at keeping secrets. So with that being said, now that it's been so many months later, there would have had to have been so many people to keep this quiet. And the fact that it's gotten such, Explorer Core, I'm going to punch you. I'm so excited. And you guys, Italians, when we want to inflict pain, we love you. It is not so when I say I want to punch you, I love you. Thank you so much. Explorer Core, welcome to our dysfunctional family. I hope you enjoy it here. And for anybody else that is thinking of becoming a member, just know that I now and will always have a $1.99 membership so that anybody can join. And I also tell people that if there's somebody out there listening that really wants to join so bad but doesn't think that they have the $25 for the year, contact me and I will help you. Do you know what I mean? Like, this isn't going to be an all-inclusive family, dysfunctional family at that, but this is going to be inclusive so that everyone feels like they're welcome, because that's just how I roll. Okay, let's see what else do we have here. We have, oh yeah, I agree with you. Nora says, thank you again. I'm so excited to have you. So Nora says, Rachel, that would be amazing if the kids were off living a better life, but sadly, Unfortunately, I agree. And I think most of us agree with you here. And that is sad because the truth is they probably aren't alive anymore. And that's even more like that gives more urgency to, where are they? Why aren't they? I don't know. So, Cuff You, I wonder if the sus vibes are because he just isn't a good person. So, Rachel, I think you might be talking about Daniel, and that's a possibility, right? That is such a possibility. There might be neglect there, and it could be the neglect that, I mean, what if the parents were using, and again, this is just speculation, but what if the parents were using and they're using and don't notice that the kids walk off? I mean, there's just so many things that could have happened. I think that problem is, I think that so many people are into this case too, because there isn't so many people that live in the area. So it's almost like what's happening? Like, where is, where are these two kids? How do two kids just vanish off the face of the earth where nobody ever sees them again? And I think that these are the cases that our minds stick with because they're unsolved and because we would all want someone to find us, I would hope, right? So I feel like we all have that sense of duty, at least the people that are here right now trying to, find these kids. We have a sense of duty and we want them to come home no matter what that means. So Nora says, same with my family. We were not accepted as Irish in the UK in the 1960s. See, so all over the world, there are so many people that are still living where they're not accepted. Daniel reminds me of my bill to a T. And then Gina says, I agree about the blanket. If you listen to Christy, her story changed about the blanket. I am going to be 100 here. I don't know who Chrissy is. Oh, is that the one that found the blanket? That might be the person that found the blanket. And then Cassie says, I think in a small town, it's unusual for people to shop for their kids at Walmart. So they're really not super important to me. Wait, let me read that again. I think in a small town, it's unusual for people to shop for their kids at Walmart. So they're really not super important to me. Like the fact that they went to Walmart isn't like a super important tip. Maybe I misunderstood. And then Shelby, hi Shelby, says, yeah, I think the blanket and footprints were planet. Okay. And again, just by saying they're planet, nobody's saying that we think like Daniel went and planted them. It's just the fact that it could have been. And again, everything in this case, unfortunately, could have been, not everything, but a lot of things, speculation-wise, because we just don't know where those kids are. Cassie says, I heard that there was a lady that I think was searching with a child on an ATV and the child got off to use the restroom. I don't see how there's only footprints and not a single one leading up to it. So Cassie, Daniel from the Drunk Turkey show, because that's usually what people ask. So, and he has like a really good answer for this. And he goes back to the documents where the LE says that it's highly unlikely that these footprints can be from like searchers or the person on the ATV. Also, you would have to have the ATV wheels. You would probably have something there. And wouldn't there be like adult footprints too there? So I'm not sure. But I do know that in the documents, so in the actual documents, they do talk about this and they reference it by saying that it's unlikely that they belong to like a search person, or I believe the ATV story was in there too, but I could be wrong about that specifically. And then Look a Squirrel says, got to switch your location. Okay, be right back. So many inconsistencies in the stories. Absolutely. Hello from Manitoba, California. Hi, Cheryl. Welcome. What else do we have here? Hello from Nova Scotia. What? Hi, Carolyn. Carolyn, can you please give us like the vibe? Like what's happening right now? Is it really as small as far as the population as we think it is? If so, does like everybody kind of like, you're from a town where everybody knows everybody, even if you've never met them type thing? Is it like that? Like, I'm dying, Carolyn. I have so many questions. So many questions for you. Daniel said the blanket was being used to cover a window and that it ripped when he tore it off the window. Is that what he said? I don't remember hearing that. So Daniel said the blanket, I remember him saying that the blanket was used to cover a window or to like put at the bottom of a window or something. I do remember that, but I didn't remember him saying that it ripped when he tore it off the window. Why would you tear a blanket off the window? I mean, I guess people are rough, but I don't know. And when you tear it, does that mean does that mean that pieces of it came off, or does that mean like I ripped the tear in it? I have questions with that too. Let's see, sentimental value. Oh yes, with the so many people are saying that the blanket. So Cuff You says she still has a favorite blanket. So do many people, and we call it a transitional object, and it is not uncommon for people even in their adulthood to hold on to a transitional object or something that made them feel secure at some point in their life, maybe as a child usually or a teen, and it's usually a blanket or a teddy bear. And Coca-Cola, I haven't seen you yet, so hello there, Coca-Cola. And Coca-Cola says that hers are grown and they still have their blankies. So are mine. My one daughter never really, like, she has a blankie, but I think if like it got lost, God forbid, she wouldn't be devastated. The other one, however, the one that's had over 30 surgeries, her bear, and she named him Barry. She got it when she was like 1. So the bear's name just is Barry. And Bryan Vona has a bunch of hospital bracelets because when she goes into surgery, how cute is this? The Children's Hospital, she went to DuPont, Nemours Hospital for Children in Delaware, and they give like these little, like, they have these little like caps for bears and stuff. And they even put like the little bracelet on the bear's wrist. I think they do that too, so that they, like, God forbid the bear gets lost, they know who it belongs to. But they were so wonderful there where she lost a tooth, they had the tooth fairy come, but Barry's been to everything that she's been to. And if anybody moved Barry, she would freak out. She went on senior week and I was like, Gianna, please don't take this bear. If God forbid something happens to that bear, she wouldn't have came home and I would have had to go to Florida. I would have had to go find it. So I was like, please leave the bear home. I was like, think of it as you're seeing if I'm going to be a good grandparent someday. I was like, leave your bear with me. I got it. So I have some of the funniest photos because the entire time she was away on her senior trip, I would send photos of what Barry was doing. The one day I had him like, he had like a cocktail and a cigarette. Another time, I just did so many things. He like got a whole makeover. She was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, see, he's having fun. But she still has her bear. She's 22 years old and that thing is going to go to her wedding and everything. I'm like, I didn't know about this, but I think it's because she's been through so many surgeries and he's been through them with her. Hi from England. What? Hey, thank you for, you got hi from England. That definitely, in my opinion, deserves a sound, right, you guys? So let's see, which one do we give it? Let's give it no, there's not many sounds here. Let's see, more sounds. There's not many. Oh, oh no, we already did that one. It's not going to let me. Oh wait, we have another one opened up. Let's see, let's do, oh, we have a laugh, but that's not funny. Let's see. Anyway, the police are not coming. Let's just go with, we'll go with the applause. Thank you for being here from England. I appreciate you so very much. You have no idea. You never threw your boys' blankets away. See, I agree. When you have chickens, you don't throw out the old blankets. Just saying. The whole blanket thing is weird. It's common to use an old blanket to block the cold in the door. I used my son's after he got a new one he loved. So Rachel, I hear you. I hear you. People say I still have my baby blanket. Absolutely. This case fascinates me. Me too. Yes, it was the bus driver's wife that was driving the ATV, and she said that her son had to pee, so she let him off. So I believe those prints could be anyone's. So Gina, I don't know if Daniel from Drunk Turkey, I know that I had him on in the background, and I could see out of the right side of my eyes that he's no longer on. So I don't know if he'll come over here and like jump in, but if he does, I'm sure he can provide us with the exact location of where, like literally when this comes up, he'll be like, oh, let me go to the document. He literally has the document on like, I don't know, like on call, like he could press a button and the documents come up and he could find that exact spot, which convinced me that they probably weren't anybody on the ATVs or the bus drivers rather, or their child. So it's interesting though, right? I mean, there's so many things here, unfortunately, that could be true. Morgan Geyser was the name of the girl and Peyton was the victim. Yep. And Peyton lives, you guys. So from I was just reading, that was about the Slender Man. A lot of kids in the area probably have those boots. So Rachel, again, if DT comes in here, he'll be able to show us exactly where, but it literally says in the LE documents that they don't believe it to be, because this is my thing. I'm not about speculating on things that maybe I don't know about. Like, of course we could say, you know, this could be, that could be, but once I see it in the documents, like it's hard to then say that it's not that, because I would hope that they would do their due diligence to look it up. So I don't know. We're just going to have to look. I watched a show about that. Very sad. Yes, there was a show called Slender Man. Oh, Marilyn from Tarot Clarity's here. Good thought. I wonder if the kids could reach in there. So I don't know. I feel like I've read every single one. And I must have missed what you said. Oh, wait. Going back to the beginning, my thought was that the child dug the blanket out of the trash because she liked it. Ding, 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 ding. This so could be it. Interesting, Marilyn. See, now that to me sounds more plausible than anything else, right? Wow. And then, so what would that imply? Right? So if for some reason, and again, that wouldn't be uncommon for somebody to go take it out of the trash if you're a little kid, right? So, wow, that's interesting. So then we have, what else do we have here? Hello, Trish and Carolyn. Welcome. Gina agrees with Rachel and says, plus it was stated that Haley and some of the other people searching had their children with them while they were searching. Again, I don't know if DT comes in here, but if he does, he could like send me the document or the spot in the document. That helps us navigate that. Gina, you're going through it too. I can't take it. I cry. That's just ridiculous. Not like cry, but like I'm so emotional. I always was, but now I'm like, oh. Let's see. So it is a wooden garbage bin box that had a garbage bag on top of the garbage bag with the blanket. I doubt Lily could reach down into there. Good point, Marie. Good point. Welcome, Marie. Rachel says, Dr. Vona, I just wanted to say I really enjoy your shows. So open and honest. Great discussion. Rachel, that's probably the best compliment that I could get, honestly. That's exactly what I'm going for. So thank you for saying that. Oh, yeah. Shar, can you add we want to post your link. And I want to talk to you, Shar. Oh, Shar, that was a while ago that I said about where are you? Are you even here anymore? Greeting all. I'm late. Carrie, better late than never, Carrie. Welcome in. Welcome in. Cuff you, Char's awesome. You'll enjoy watching her. She's done so much to bring awareness for Jack and Lily. Her heart is pure. Oh, oh, Cheryl says, I think they felt safer together. I think we're talking about the kids in the bedroom. Probably. Coming from a recovering math addict, thank you for saying that. I will say birds of a feather flock together, in my opinion. Sorry, I'm late and trying to catch up on the live. Love and light to all. Heather Marie, thank you so much for sharing that. Like, thank you for being so brave to share that. First of all, can I just say to everyone in here that it is a blessing, Heather, that you are a recovering math addict, because math is the hardest of all of the things. It's up there with Trank. I don't know if you guys even know what that is yet. It's definitely here in Philadelphia and New Jersey, but definitely in Philadelphia and Kensington and Allegheny. But math is the hardest to get off of, because it's one of the ones that, well, not one of the ones, it is the one that eats away at your prefrontal cortex. So that's the front part of the brain that is responsible for impulse control, decision making, problem solving. So, and it's not something that like regenerates, as soon as someone stops or is in recovery. So it makes it that much harder to stay off of it, because let's say somebody that's recovering is in front of it, like physically. Let's say, I don't know, you go to someone's house, and I'm sure this isn't very common, but you go to someone's house and it's out or something, or you see an old friend and they're like, hey, you want to do this? A lot of times what happens is the prefrontal cortex doesn't kick in right away. So the person might say yes or might do something, and then it's like, wait, what was I doing? It's just the hardest of all of the drugs to recover from. So good for you. You are a super person, because literally, like, good for you. Heather, keep it going. And thank you for sharing. Thank you. Thank you. That's exactly what I was wondering. Share when the kids are there. All right, let's see. Let's see, what else do we have, you guys? Giving them their own room would have been good, especially if they were attacking each other, according to Daniel. Giving them their own room for a break from each other would have helped. Good point. And the smaller the community, the harder it is to keep it secret, under wraps, just saying. Squid, you are so true. When I was talking about how it's already hard enough for people to keep secrets, when you're in a small town, people love to talk, especially because people are like often, it's not uncommon for people to like compare against other people, or compare their children against other children, things like that. And by children, I mean like young adults, or saying like, so-and-so did this, like, why aren't you doing that? So I feel like that is all fuel for people to talk crap, you know what I mean, about others, because it's almost like, oh, you really think Marie's good because, you didn't know Marie cheated on her husband, and da-da. And so we see that often happen. And if your name's Marie and you're in here, I'm not talking about you. I was just using your name, and I'm Italian, and Marie's what I thought of. So, but the point being is that it often is a trigger for people to talk about the others. Let's see. I didn't see you until I watched from Top Chat. I just said Top Hat. Oh my gosh. Oh, Marie. Oh my God. How weird is that? The next comment I looked at was Marie Antoinette. Hi, Marie. Heather says, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to make it about me. I just wanted to say that I can relate. I have somewhat an understanding of it. I've had 2 black eyes and I'm 36. Heather Marie, thank you for sharing that. Don't ever apologize. You don't have to apologize. You're not making it about you. That's what we're here for, right? So you're giving us your experience and we're sharing. So thank you for sharing that. I wonder, with your 2 black eyes, were they at the same time? If they weren't at the same time, I don't know if you mind us asking, what were they from? Like, did you get into a fist fight? Did you fall? I'm just curious. And were you really young? So, did this happen before the age of 6? So I just have questions. And again, it's just questions. The answers, I have no idea what they're going to be. Carolyn says, hi, Carolyn. That's what I thought. Someone has those kids. They aren't on the property. Sending much love from Nova Scotia. Carolyn, thank you so much. Don't believe anything Daniel says. He's full of it. Jack and Lily were very close. So Debbie is clearly, not feeling when Daniel said that what did he say? That they were violent towards each other? Let me know what his words were again. Rachel says that I think someone hiding them is wishful thinking. Unfortunately, I actually agree with that. You guys, it's so hard for people to keep secrets. And what would be the benefit of hiding them for mom or something like that? Like, I don't know what the benefit would be there. I mean, you'll go to jail for so long. Like, what could be the benefit there? We have more people that just joined my server on Discord. Welcome. We're gonna have fun over there too. I don't know if one of you can delete AGBT, whatever that is. It says dumbass. And nobody cares. You guys let this happen every day. It's happening now. Okay. I don't even know why I even read that and gave it any attention at all. But if one of you can delete that, I don't know if I could delete it. Can I delete it? Oh, I can. I can ban them and delete. Well, consider it done. Ban user and delete their comment. Boom. Done, dumbass. Okay. What does that mean? I'm in her server. So Marie Antoinette, it's Discord. If you copy and paste the link that Cuff U puts in the chat, it'll take you right there. It's another social media app, but think of it as like a big group chat because everybody can share pictures. You could share, so like everybody can share. It's not just me that can upload something. Everybody could share things with each other. It's a smaller group. And it's not out there for like the whole world. I mean, it is kind of. Everything you write is out there for the world to see pretty much, but not as far as like if you're on a live type thing. This is more private. And there is private message in there too. So hopefully you'll join and check it out. Oh yeah, Kay said mod alert. Kay, I'm about to make you mod that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. I love my mods. Mods, I'm joking. What else do we have here? I'm so sure many other kids in that area have the same boots. That, Cassie, is a good point. So the other ones, again, when we read the documents, it didn't seem like those other ones were plausible. But if she got those shoes at Kmart, oh my gosh, I feel so old, at Walmart, Walmart's a big company. Could other kids have had the same shoes? All right, True Crime Story podcast with Bree and Char. That's Charmaine's channel. She talks to DM, has from the start. He knows her view, but respects her. Addie, I need to look into that. There's a female that he respects? Oh, Marie says she refuses to Discord. So can I tell you, Marie, so did I for the longest time. And then did the Discord, and then I decided not to do it again. And I still don't do it as much as I want to, but I'm going to try to jump back in. I live in a very wooded area, 80 miles from the Canadian border. Thank you, Rachel. It's very possible that they just haven't been found out in the woods. Hunters here find people way up on the mountain. And isn't that so true? Isn't that so true? Look who's here, my girl. What's up, Barbara? How you doing? Barbara's here. All right, let's see what else we have. Everybody loves Char. I'm going to have to check her out. I feel like I already have. I feel like I'm going to look it up and I'm going to be like, oh my God, I've watched this before, but I don't know. I'm going to have to look it up. I am fairly new to YouTube, true crime, even though I've been following forensics and true crime forever, just not publicly on YouTube. Yes, if you ever decide to, please come over. Let's see. I'm 62. Don't do Discord either. Addie, 62's young, girl, so I'm just telling you. Yeah, protect your children, keep them off Discord. Guess what? I don't like it if my nieces and nephews were in Discord. Let me tell you why. I feel like with Discord, my one thing that I get like with is that you have to be really careful. Let's say I was like your girlfriend and I was, you know, like aggressive and stuff like that. Or let's say I'm trying to catch you cheating and stuff. If I get on your phone and I go to your Discord, you can go in to like a voice channel type thing and turn it on and then listen in on what that person's doing. So again, let me reiterate that because I don't want anybody to get that what I said wrong. This would be you would have to go in somebody else's phone. But if you get a hold of somebody else's phone and you go in and you turn on their live, and tell me if I'm wrong, Cuff you, because you seem to be you seem to know a lot about Discord, but that scares me. Like, could you imagine? I would die. There's a few of us here. Really? Well, why didn't you say so? Welcome. What time is it over there? I had no idea, you guys. I hope you keep coming back too. I would love to hear from you guys. I really would. They put my email out there. Please feel free to contact me just so I can ask like general questions just to see if it is different. Oh, I have something here from Addie. Oh my gosh, somebody just screeched down the street. That was like a long screech too. I don't want to read this out loud. So, okay, so Addie, I just got your email and I will get back to you. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh my God, I've been on for almost 2 hours, you guys. Malay is the one that said it ripped. Really? Oh, you love my hair? Thanks. I do it myself, you guys. I dye it myself. I cut it myself. I do cut it myself. I'm not lying. And then I'll go into my husband with like a pair. And when I say a pair of scissors, like they're not hair cutting scissors. They're like the scissors that you use to wrap your presents, like regular scissors. And I'll be like, can you make sure this is straight in the back? And he looks at me like, what the heck? And we'll make a joke. And I'm like, get your level, like put the level and just see if you need to cut it a little bit. But I'm usually good. I usually get it. But I try to cut corners any way I can. And I just don't have the time sometimes either. I always know I can delete a server. Yes, that is true. Very, very true. Oh, Cumberland County, Nova Scotia, not far. Really? Via Scotland. Well, I need to go somewhere other than Pennsylvania. Really? You guys have no idea. I don't have a passport. I need one, and I need to start getting stamps on it. So then, Explore Core, you can chat with me anywhere you want. Just look me up. This username is what I use everywhere. Oh, look at that, Marie. Barbara Hall. Yes, Dr. Vona is so passionate and never through learning. Let me tell you, my doctorate degree is right over here. Oh, it's right over there. I took it off the mantle over here because I had to put Christmas stuff up. But it's usually up here. I'm going to put it on the wall somewhere, you guys. I have to get like a little section because I always wonder, like, do people think that I was talking to Cuffy about this. I'm like, how do people know if like you're really what you say you are? Like, how do we know that I'm not like, I don't know, like a criminal or something? And even if I was, I'm not downing criminals. I'm just saying, like, how do we know I am who I say I am? Or how do we know that somebody else is who they say they are? And I guess part of it is you don't. I guess another part is you can look people up and see. So I don't know if Cuff You ever did it, but I asked Cuff You to look me up because I wanted to make sure that that you guys could find my credentials and stuff. I also forgot, and Cuff You reminded me, if anybody is interested or wants to like look up stuff that I've studied on my YouTube page, like my YouTube home page or whatever, if you go to the description, I link in there my research. So you can actually click on it and it takes you to the American Education Research Association, which is the most, it's the most, what's the word I'm looking, prestigious research conference in the world, and they have it annually. And I don't know what I was thinking, but I did I thought everybody in my doctorate was doing it. I thought it was like a requirement. So that's what I get for being ADHD and not reading the whole thing. But apparently you didn't have to do it, but I did it. So I thought that we were trying to get like practice for proposals and stuff. So I do it. I send it in. And here I got picked in out of like 16,000 entries. So I went and I showed my research at the American Education Research Association, which is like the Oscars of academia, research at least. All right. Oh, you found me on DT show. Well, thank you for being here. Let's see, what else do we have here? You're going to make me cry. I love Nemours too. My son spent time there. Really? I do love it there. We've been there forever. I have a blanket from my youth that is slowly falling apart. It's the most comforting thing I own. I use it when I'm really sick or in pain. So explore core. Same thing happened to me. And I got like afraid that it was just going to, like my kids like make fun of me. They're like, Mom, it like evaporated. So most of it is in like my safe now because I'm just afraid that, I don't know, I'm just afraid that it's going to disintegrate and I don't know what it's going to do in my safe where I'm not using it, but I totally get that. Bing bong. I need to get that bing bong. Give bear hugs for us, Dr. Vona. I love you, Barbara. I can't stand it. DM me here. That sounds soon. Oh, the one with the, you never know. Everybody thought that was funny, Cuffy. Scratch the paint. You have 3 baby blankets? Look at you. You know what that says to me? Did you have parents, like different sets of family? I noticed even when my one daughter was born, I felt like a few of my friends wanted to be the one that gave her like her bear or her blanket or, you know, whatever her transitional object was going to be. And she did choose from all of them. She chose her berry, which is still, but I wonder if that's what happened. Like, did you get like 3 separate blankets from 3 separate people that probably wanted to be the one that gave you, which means that you're probably really special. 2 different sets of prints can't be from one child. Marie, you're absolutely right, which is why I think that that's so important, because if it is from 2 different children and they're both small children, what is the likelihood that it wouldn't be Jack and Lily? Do you know what I mean? So I do think that it's a really important piece of evidence. And I think that I can't wait to find out more about it to see, you know, if they've ruled out everyone else or as many as they could. What would you, so Cuffy says, Dr. Vona, what would you ask that stud DM? Oh, he's a panty dropper. I always wonder if he's lurking in all these chats. Cuff you, he's here right now. And a panty dropper is probably the nicest thing that people have said about him in a while. So Daniel, if you're here, I am being sarcastic, but I would like to talk to you. So they do live, and not for that reason, you guys. They do live in a small town, but also where there is a parcel, I just said parcel of land in the woods. I live in the city. I can't believe how many people over there are in here right now. I feel so blessed. I can't even tell you. Hit the nail on the head. I'm not sure what I hit the nail on the head for, but not the first time I've been told that. If Jack and Lily were lost in the woods, wouldn't Janie's dog hear them crying? That's a good point. This was my thing about being lost in the woods. Didn't they like go out? I know that it might have been hours before. I don't know how long it could have been, but I'm saying even if it was hours before, they're kids. So even if they got a few miles, like I'm being very generous with with this, just so that I can get the point. That was what I was thinking. Like, If someone's lost, you would think that if they heard the parent calling or something, that they would cry out. Now, I will say one thing, and I don't know, I want to say it was DT, like Daniel from Drunk Turkey, but I'm not positive. But I feel like we both had a similar experience when we were kids. I know I could speak for myself, and there was someone else that said the same type of story. We both hid, and people were like looking for us, and we were both little. And I remember we were at the flea market, and my mom had like a flea market table, and she would like rent like a big like van to bring everything. And I'll never forget, I was so short and like little, I was able to like hide in things, and I hid in a spot. And I didn't realize that everybody would get so frantic when they tried to find me, couldn't. So by the time everybody was like frantic, and again, I'm very little, I like went from like, oh my God, I'm hiding, to, oh my God, I'm going to get my ass beat. Like, I ain't saying shit. Like, I think I was like thinking in my head, like, do I pretend I'm sleeping? I remember a bunch of things going through my head. And then I remember my mom said, Jamie, please, please, if you're here, I promise you're not in trouble. And that's when I was like, I'm here. And she was like, oh, thank God. And I was like, oh my God, she's going to hit me. But she didn't. But if anybody's ever in the situation, and hopefully you never are, make sure you say that, like, you're not in trouble. If you're here, you're not in trouble. Because in that moment, and I'm dying to know if that was Daniel or who else it was that had a similar experience, and I'm sure many of you have too. But it's interesting, right? So I guess my point of telling you that was, even if they did hear them, could they have been afraid that maybe they would be in trouble for walking out? I don't know. But then I'm thinking there's two of them. So now you would need double the chance of that happen, as opposed to one person making that decision. Daniel said at one point, the lid to the trash can was heavy. That's interesting. Some things are not meant for live chat. No worries. I don't know what that was in. Oh, Cuff You, are you saying that I have more than 4,000? Let me see, you guys. I have 4,021 subs. You guys are effing fabulous. I promise you, I will work so hard so that, and you will not regret subbing. Thank you. And I do promise you, if you look me up, Cuff You, you have to let me know if you found anything, but I'm like 90% sure I come up on things if you look me up. Okay, I think the animals broke into the bag and the kids were running around swinging it. Saw that every day with my kids, says Shelly. Okay. Yes, congratulations, Heather. And then we have, oh, Cuff You puts the true crime story pod with Bree and Char, the links up there. I'm like having a hard time talking. Heather, you are so worthy and loved. Heather, you are so worthy and loved. All of you are. We all are worthy, and we're all worthy of being loved and loving others. Running around in rural woodsy area, there is a lot of pretend play. I was that kid. See, Shelly? And if I'm not wrong, I believe that the week before, when the two biological children were there, that they were playing out in that in the woods, like right at like an entryway, but to where I think they even brought like a backpack and stuff. So I did wonder, could Jack and Lily have been playing around and like doing the same thing that their bigger siblings did? I mean, that's what we did when we were younger. We looked up to people, but I'm not really sure. Oh, Cuff You's great. Cuff You put my coffee thing up there, just so you guys know, if anybody buys me coffee, I like get so excited that I don't just write back thank you. I send you a video thank you, because I'm that appreciative. Cuff You, that link didn't work for me. It says page not found. So that was probably for, I don't know which link that was. If it's the buy me a coffee one, I don't know if you guys were around when I say this, but my nickname's Straight A Stupid. And again, this isn't like, I'm not downing myself. It's actually funny. I don't mind the nickname, but I graduated like summa cum laude. Like I graduated with highest honors, but then I'll do something stupid like make me a buy me a coffee account and not realize that I spelled my name wrong and accidentally put a G at the end. So I don't know if that's the link you were talking about, if you're talking about Discord or whatnot, but you guys, if it's the coffee one, I accidentally put a G. There's no G in my name, not my middle name, none of the things. My middle name's actually has a D. It's DiGirolamo. My middle name's my old last name. I think that's like a crazy Italian thing. I like didn't want to disrespect my dad. I was like, no, I need to keep my name somehow, but then I didn't want to disrespect like my kids and my husband. So I was like, what do I do? So I got rid of Anne and made my middle name DiGirolamo. So my name is Jaime DiGirolamo Vona. Okay. Oh, your brother had a massive heart attack? I'm sorry. At 34? Heather, you're doing great. We're all here too if you ever need to vent or anything. Heather, I don't know if you were one of the people that said that you don't do Discord, but, and I'm not exactly sure exactly what it is that everybody's giving you support for, and I'm so glad that they are. Everybody here, that's my biggest thing. That's all I ask people when you sub is that we're there for each other, because I would hope that if you need it, that we'll all be there for you too. So whether, who was it? Was it Money maybe? Oh, I just lost it. But anyway, and Heather, if you aren't on Discord, maybe you consider just so that you could get the support when we're not on a live. Do you know what I mean? I think that's the other thing with Discord. That's the thing that I do like about Discord is that you can't be on a live all the time. So we might all be able to share and help each other while we're on lives. But once we're off the live, then Discord or something can be the thing that helps. I am 1.5 hours. Oh, really? You're 1.5 hours from there? There goes Thor. Thor has to make an entrance, and so is Allie. Hold on one second. Sorry, guys. He just wanted to make himself known. That was Thor, everybody. Thor Vona. All right, let's see. Thanks for letting me know. I just subbed up. Wait, what are we subbing up to? I'll sub up too. Oh, to the other channel, absolutely. Daniel says that they're aggressive with one another. A friend with math issues had a stroke and lost vision in one eye. He's still struggling to quit. Is that what we were talking about, the math? Now I get it. We can be such a big support for anyone out there that needs it. So please consider using that. He said that Lily hit him with a Tonka truck. Oh no, I accidentally blocked somebody. How do I undo that? So do you guys remember a little bit ago when AB, whatever, the dumbass one, and I blocked them? I asked because they had 2 comments and I went to delete both comments, but I accidentally deleted and removed Blackest Iris. I banned their comments. I don't know how to fix it. I think you could tap on it again. No, I'm tapping and it's not going anywhere. I don't know what to do. I feel so bad. If anybody knows that person or ever sees them in another chat, you know what? Maybe, I don't know. I did not mean to do that. You guys, if that ever happens to you, I'm not that person. So if you know for sure that you didn't do something, or like, please contact me, because this poor Blackest Iris, I've now banned them and I don't know how to unban them. I'm going to try though. I think Daniel enjoyed terrorizing Jack and Lily and maybe went too far. Okay. In the beginning, I wondered. So I guess I'm going to like start to wrap it up soon because I've been on here for 2 hours. And I am so appreciative. I have to be honest with you guys. I considered I would never do this because if I say I'm doing something, I do it. But for a minute, my stomach started to hurt for real. And I was like, should I not do this live? Like, what's happening? And I thought about it and I'm like, I do have stuff in the background that we could have watched. And like, I have things up, like things I could have read, but it was all stuff that you guys already know, right? I'm the one I feel that needs to get up to, up to speed with everything, not you guys. So I was feeling really nervous. I'm being honest. And I was like, what if I go on this live tonight? And I was like, you know what? Worst case scenario, I go on for a half hour, whatever. At least I do what I say I was going to do. And look, we're already past 2 hours and we probably could keep going for a long time. So you have no idea. Ginger Snap says after the live, I could go into the block list and unblock them. Thank you, Ginger. I can't believe I did that. That was the first person I ever blocked. So I got like too excited and I blocked more than one person. Whoops. So yeah, you guys, let me know what you think happened to Jack and Lily. And again, please be respectful. But I do want to know what people are thinking out there. So, and whatever your opinion is, it's your opinion. And I'm good with that. So let me know what you think in the bottom. As far as what do you think happened? And then we have, let's see. We're still talking. Oh, we have a snort over here. Oh, wait, snort. And then I have, oh, I'm dead. Is there a female DM respects? Wait, Explore Core. I never saw. Were you a male or a female? I don't know. But did you say that Daniel talked to someone else? Anyway, was it it's a female, right? That he was talking to, that he respects. Lots of people have had a bad experience in Discord. The good thing is, if you join and you don't like it, after looking around, you can always delete the channel. So let me tell you, so Cuffy's right. And what I would say is, if you go on there, Cuffy has done a good job. And even Daniel from Drunk Turkey has a good Discord too. But his might be members only, which is fine. I think that a lot of people use it for that. But if you go over there, we have it's like a main channel, but then there's like different channels under it. And under it, you'll see like different cases. And Cuff You does like a super thorough job of keeping all of the cases up to date and adding all kinds of documents, interviews, links, all kinds of things. So please, please, please go check it out. Yeah, you can join and just chat in private too. That's another option. So you don't have to go in there and be like, hi, everybody, I'm here. You could join and then go to the private chat, look up like Explore Core or somebody, for example, and send them a private chat. So it's almost a way that you could like text with someone without giving out your phone number. That's how I look at it. That's how I should tell people to contact me from now on, Cuff You. I should say, contact me on Discord instead of giving my number to everyone. Probably would be a smart idea. Let's see. My son is Asperger's, says Addie. He and his crew went after child predators, used VPNs, and would turn them into law enforcement. My son has now just turned 23. I was very proud of him. I have to be honest with you, that would have scared me. Like having knowing, that he went after child predators, but you know what would have scared me? Let me be honest. So I would have gotten afraid that the child predators would manipulate that. The thing is, sometimes what we'll see with Asperger's is an ability to not let that happen. So an ability to, there might be like a lack of social interaction, not social interaction. Do you guys know what I'm saying? I feel like my ADHD meds are way off now, so they've been done for like 12 hours. But I'm just joking. But do you know what I mean, Addie? So, for example, I have a student who has high functioning autism, and she swears that she would be the best person to speak to like serial killers because she said she has the ability, of course, she gets close to people she wants to, but she also has the ability to stay disconnected if she wants to. Where, let's say, me, for example, you tell me a sob story and I'm like, what? But you know what I mean? Like, she had the ability to be like, so I don't know that that would be the best thing for me to do. Although I think at this age and with, my experience now, I could do that. Anyway, what in the hell? What just happened? I'm so confused. Cuff you? Cuff you? Did you just do that? You're amazing. And then I see a yellow pop up and I was like, what in the actual is this? Joyous? I am so joyous right now. Thank you for a wonderful chat this evening. I really enjoyed it. Off to bed for this gal. We're going to hang up too. Good evening. Joyce, I hope you come back. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I promise you that all of this will go to good use. Wow. Thank you. Telepathy files. Give me a little bit more than that, Carrie. I don't. Oh, like, I don't keep up on. Tell me more about that and I'll let you know what I think about it. I think I know what you mean. Shelley. What the? Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God, you guys. Love you all, Nuggies. So Nuggies is what I almost said Kenzie. Oh my God, I've been reading those things too long. What Mackenzie Shrilla and her boyfriend would call each other. So Cuff You is my little nugget. Wow. Thank you, you guys. Wow. Wow. Okay. I am going to wrap it up. I am so appreciative that I'm not exactly sure what to say. So Shenanigan says, hey, the whole crew's here. That was at 11:20, so I'm a little bit late, but wait, what did Patty say? Yeah, you're smoking, Dr. V. Oh, do you mean like smoking or like smoking? I wonder which one. Because they're different things, right? Slow Joe. Oh, is Flojo here? I'm telling you, this new camera on the computer makes you appear 25. Shut the actual F up, Shelly. Are you kidding me? 25. Okay, let's do it. 25 it is. Do I look 25, y'all? Fix the hair and the bangs. 25. I wish. I'm definitely not 25. I feel 25 sometimes, but I'm not 25. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. I do have to get used to this new camera, and I need to like make sure that my hair's done, my makeup's on. I'm like looking as I'm doing it. I'm like, do I have my makeup done? And then I'm like, oh, you could see it a little bit. Usually I don't even have to worry about it because I just look all one color. You couldn't even, I could have on so much makeup with the other computer and you would have no idea. I love you for saying that, Shelly. And with all of the money that I get in my super chats and stuff and the memberships, just so everyone knows, it's all going towards more equipment and stuff. And this is the thing. What do you guys think of a green screen real quick? So I don't know. I was like, oh, I need a green screen like that. And my daughter was like, Mom, why wouldn't you just like pick a spot where you have like the back wall to put your diplomas up and stuff like that? So do I do a green screen, which I thought about it, and I could probably on CapCut put my diplomas on like a back screen, like how this is in the back, and then put that up? Or do I just do it like how this is right here, which I didn't realize you could see this so well too, not the camera. Look at that. That's me in the middle, me and my husband. Everybody always says that they love this picture, but if you look at it up close, you could see me. I'm like completely clear, and he's like zoomed out. It's like faded. It's on purpose. Like that's how the photographer did it, but it's always everyone's favorite picture. And he's like, what, the one where I'm faded out in the background? Yep, that one. Let's see. I like the real background, even when it's just your living room wall behind you. I appreciate that. I always wonder. I'm like, and then I'm like, if I do get a green screen, what would I put on in the background? And then I'm like, and then somebody else said to me that I got to watch because people will see stuff in the background and know where I live and stuff. And I'm like, I already tell people that I'm in Philly. And I just told all of you that it's your right to look up the people that you watch. So if anybody looks me up, I'm pretty sure my students do rate my professor. It's either rate my professor or rate your professor. I'm not the student, so I don't remember, but I'm on there for multiple colleges and universities. So you guys could read comments about me all day long. And the thing is, on Rate My Professor, it's anonymous. So you literally, like, there's teachers that'll get like a 2 out of 5. People will be like, do not take them. They suck, da, 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 da. And I have like comments. I have like a 4.8, 4.9 out of 5. So my students love me. And you know what else I feel like, and there's other sites that you could look that I'll show you, like hopefully my research shows up and everything. But if you look on Rate My Professor, the reason I like that one is because it's hundreds of comments of students' experiences with me without them putting their name attached to it, which means, and this is the thing, they don't have to do this for school. There's a whole other student survey that students take at the college or university. This is separate, and I don't even ask them to do it. This is where other college students hook each other up, and they're like, do not take this person, or they're like, oh, you have to take this person, da, 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 da. So I have great comments on there, so I am not nervous for anyone to look me up. As a matter of fact, I encourage it. Oh, I have to make sure when I hang up on here that I take that person out of YouTube jail. I've been to Facebook jail 3 times. Oh, stop it, Barbara. Just for sharing missing flyers. What? Are you kidding? That's crazy. You've been in Facebook jail 3 times. That's actually pretty funny. My best friend Dana gets put in Facebook jail all the time. And I'm like, hell, like she just, like some people, I don't know. Remember when you did it. I remember when you did it. So proud of you, girl. Oh, so funny. I do not do Facebook, Insta, X, or any of that stuff anymore. So Cuff You does Discord, but doesn't do the other things. Cuff You. Are you a serial killer? I'm just joking. Joy says, only on YouTube. Can't figure out the other ones. That is so funny. You guys, I'm on YouTube, Discord, X, Insta, Facebook, TikTok. All of the things. There's another one I'm missing. Twitch. I'm on Twitch. Oh, I'm on Twitch right now. I would have felt like such an asshole if anybody's here from Twitch. Same thing with X. I'm on here with X too. Anybody here from X, let me know it in the chat. I have my Papa's flannel shirt and I had to stop wearing it because it's falling apart. Right? That's funny. So Harlot has a Facebook, but hasn't logged or posted for 2 years. Well, guess who else has a Facebook? Thor Vona. I'm not lying. Thor Vona has a Facebook. I can link an awesome soundboard in your server. Shut up. Okay. Thank you. Thor's like, can you pay attention to me, please? Hold on, Thor. I'll go to Twitter once in a great while if I want to look at a screenshot. Let me tell you, so Twitter, I have to pay like, I don't remember how much it is. It's like $10 a month. All these things you have to pay all this stuff for. It's ridiculous. But just to like be connected right now to X while I'm live, I pay like for, I don't even know what the hell it is. But anyway, I pay something. That's another thing. My StreamYard membership is about to be up on the 8th. which I think is like in 2 days, right? Oh, in about 8 minutes, it's going to be in a day. But my StreamYard's up, so I have to decide, do I do StreamYard again? Do I try something else? So I looked, and it was like, oh, StreamYard, $18 a month. And I was like, all right, I hate that, but I'll do it. But it's for 1 month, and then after that, it switches over. And I don't know, because I'm like, I don't remember paying this much for the first year that I've been on. And I don't know if I got like a special discounted thing for my first year, but now it's like $45 a month for the cheap one. And if you pay it all at once, it comes like $42 a month. I was like, what the? So I was looking around and I'm like, what do other creators use? Because that's ridiculous to me. StreamYard, it isn't even that good. You know what I mean? So I noticed, I was like doing some research, and does anybody know anything about Streamlabs? Because Streamlabs, if you're a student, you get half off for the first 2 years. And I just got my doctorate not long ago. My student email still works. So, and I have a daughter who's a college student. So I'm wondering, do I go to StreamYard? Does anybody know about StreamYard? Because if so, I believe it's $180 a year, but it's half off for the first 2 years. So if you were me and you could get StreamYard possibly for $90 a year for 2 years, or StreamYard for $500 for the year, what would you do? Because I'm so used to StreamYard, but I'm like, that just seems like robbery. That's funny. I don't want to start shouting out creators or whatever, but some of us are on a nice Discord. I agree with you. You're right. I think a lot of it has to do too. Panty dropper. Well, you just inflated Daniel's ego for sure. Oh, I'm sure since you wrote that comment, his ego's right back to where it was. I promise. I'll see if my son can help me find Discord. You will, Joyous? That's amazing. Thank you. I really think that you'll like it. I do. And again, just like Cuff, you said, if you don't, you delete it. Like, go right back to your kid and be like, can you help me delete this if you don't like it? Well, at least maybe try. Thor doesn't usually bark out back, which makes me think that there's like a deer in my backyard. All right, Thor, hold on. I appreciate you saying that. I actually stay on some snarky ones just because I find it amusing. I think there's an animal out back. Come here, Thor. 2 children who hate to be wet and cold went out walking in the woods. Come here, Thor. With light clothes before they had food and water. I can't believe that. Ginger, the thing is, right? I think about it and I'm like, have you ever like seen kids when it's like wet and cold out and they'll be like, I'm not cold. I'm not, like, yeah, I'm wet, but I'm not cold. And they'll be like shivering and their lips are blue. Thor, come on. Come here, Thor. Come here. Thor, I'm not letting you out back with an animal out there. It ain't happening. So come here. He's so annoying right now. He literally wants my attention. Cuff you, yeah, you could get on good Discord servers. That is so true. What in the hell? Oh, I'm still back. Thank you again, Cuff you. What in the hell, Thor? Oh my gosh, you guys. I love my doggy. Let's see. We love Thor. I'm glad you guys love Thor because he's like being a bit much. I was just looking it up. Really? Let me see. Oh, good. I'm down at the bottom. I finally caught up. Oh, no, I didn't. Hold on. Oh, no, I didn't because then I got to Joyous. So this is where I'm at. Rewatch, perhaps DM concerned his kids would feel that they were being replaced. Why not talk it? You're on the replay crew, but we're still live. So why not talk it? So why not talk it says, Perhaps DM was concerned his kids would feel they were being replaced, which wouldn't be uncommon, right? Like when you go from that and you go to dad's house where he's, living 100% with 2 other children that you obviously didn't grow up with, right? But in that situation, this is just a question. Do you guys think that it would be more that he would feel that, or that the kids would have maybe not said it, but expressed it in some way? And then Shelly again, I didn't mean to do that, Shelly. There you go. This dog. All right, let's see. Can I get to the bottom? Thank you guys so much for being here. Let me see. The Telepathy Tapes is the groundbreaking podcast. I don't know it. That explores extraordinary abilities of non-speaking individuals with autism, focusing on telepathy, consciousness, and the connections that get ill. I'll look that up. I didn't know about that. I'll look into it. I'd actually be very interested in that. Yeah, Mackenzie and Don. Oh my God, Thor, come here. All right, you guys, I'm going to try and wrap this up because the dog's just... Dr. Vona, from what I can recall, people were talking about your new haircut or the color and commented that you were smoking as in hot. Thanks. I appreciate that. I'm not even going to make a joke, whatever. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't always feel like that, but I appreciate that. I like your background, but maybe try and see if you like it. Really, this dog. And I'm afraid that if I let him out, he's going to go and try and get whatever animals out there. He's crazy dog. All right, you guys, let's see. Let me try and... I think StreamYard got a new owner who jacked the prices way up. Guess what? I hope people leave, because who can pay $500 for StreamYard? It's ridiculous. Thor definitely wants attention. Look, he just came out and looked at me, walked back in there. He's going to bark again, then he'll come back out and look at me. He really does. I'm going to go pay attention to Thor. Let me see. Can we make sure it's not a burglar? I'm feeling nervous. Explore Court. I'm from Philly. We're good. I ain't afraid. Oh, Restream? I don't know what that is, but I'll look into it. All right. All right, you guys, look, I'm going to hang up so I go pay attention to Thor and see what it is that he's barking at. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Everyone that came, everyone that subscribed. Before we hang up, I will let you know that I officially have 4,033. Oh, look who finally joined us, Truth. I'm just kidding. Yeah, Streamlabs. I want to see if they're good too. All right, you guys. Oh, wait, come here, Thor. Thor, come here. Come here, Thor boy. He's like, why are you talking to me? Come here, Thor. He's like, no, you come here. All right, you guys, I'm going to go. It was great seeing all of you. Have a fabulous Sunday. And I will see you tomorrow or Monday. I'll be back. Now that I'm done school pretty much, I'll be around a lot more. So get used to seeing me. Thank you all for being here. Good night. Thor. Please like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this so that I can continue to bring you content. Thank you so much.